guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am Sabina, if you don't really know me, if this is your first time watching. And so today I'll be talking about my experience studying abroad and what I did, what I didn't do, and the tips if you're considering studying abroad. I know that during the climate right now, the health issues around it, studying abroad is not something that's safe now, and a lot of programs cancel their trips. But it's good to keep in mind what you can do while you're in college right now to help you studying abroad if that's something that you're interested in. And so yes, let's get into the video. So first, I have like a little notes here, and so I can keep the video on a logically sequenced format. So the first question is, where did I go? I actually studied abroad twice. I went to India during my sophomore year, the winter, and I also went to Netherlands during the summer of my junior year, so before my senior year. So I went to India with two of my friends that I knew at the time from my school, and it was for people within the CUNY system. If you are not familiar, the CUNY system in New York City is basically public colleges and universities within New York City. And so we have different campuses and different schools, and so anyone from the school system can apply for that program. And I did the program with another school, so I knew two other people from my school that were going, and so it wasn't that scary since it was my first time studying away with no family. And so I really enjoyed it. I made a lot of memories, a lot of friends. I learned a lot. And so yeah, I don't really regret none of my studying abroad. The second time I went to Netherlands, and that time I went by myself. So it's basically different schools around the world. They have a partnership with that school in Netherlands, Verije Universiteit. It's in Amsterdam, Netherlands. And so different people, different students from around the world, they sign up and then come to take classes in Netherlands. That time it was two weeks and a half, but when I went to India, it was actually a month. And so different experience, because I was forced to interact, to mingle with people, and I actually enjoyed it because people were coming from South Africa, from Nigeria, Australia, Denmark, and I was coming from the US. In my class, actually, I was the only one coming from the United States, and it was really an interesting dynamic. But I ended up going to Germany by myself because after the program ended, I had like 5 days left before I had to return home. So I solo traveled to Germany, and it was terrifying in the beginning because I didn't know anyone. A lot of the people there where I went specifically didn't speak English. So it was really a new environment, but I learned a lot about myself. So what it did I study? When I went to India, I studied global health. And so basically it was us and the campus that a set of doctors, they were spouses, and they basically built that health center. And so we were learning about how they were breaking down the systemic issues within the healthcare system and the place that they were in, specifically about the caste system and how they had women from different caste system to work together and be in classes, workshops together. So studying that, it impacted me actually to change my major. I started as a biochemistry major, and after that I liked that aspect of the healthcare system instead of actually being a doctor, because I liked advocating for patients or make sure that the resources are distributed equally to different kind of people regardless of their economic status or their social status, regardless of the color of their skin. So as a result, I ended up changing my major. And so I would say that experience, being in India and studying those kind of issues, topics, and the environment itself kind of pushed me to change my major and also rediscover a passion that I've had but kind of like suppressed for a while. And so it was really important for me coming from India to do a self-assessment and see exactly where I would like to see myself and what exactly I see myself doing in the future. Whereas when I went to Netherlands, I had already changed my major to political science, and so I was taking international security, um, justice, human rights. It was a long title, but there I learned about the International Court of Justice, the international the International Criminal Court (ICC), that's actually in the Netherlands, The Hague, and it kind of put things into perspective for me as someone who wants to be a lawyer but also interested in human rights. So it's helped me to see where to kind of visualize what I can see myself doing in the future. And so those two experiences really helped me. I wouldn't change a thing. And I got to meet new people from different walks of life, from different part of the globe, and I can't wait to visit them and go somewhere and I'm like, oh yeah, I have someone that I can actually text, hit up, and we can tour the city or wherever that is. And so I would actually strongly recommend people to studying abroad. I like it. It's new perspective, it's new environment, and you are re-evaluating your life. What is it that you want? Especially because if you're staying at home for school, I would really recommend that you have a new set of what education is outside of your bubble. So I stayed home and I tried my best every single break that I had, winter break, summer break, to travel, either just traveling or studying abroad, because I knew that my parents, if it's something that has to do with school, they'll 90% say yes. And so if I'm studying, it's school related, and even though it's outside of the country, it's like there's nothing that they can really tell me to not go, because it's for my schooling. It's something that will benefit me in the future. And so I took advantage of that and I was out. And I answered the next question. It says, how did that help me? It helped me into seeing what career that I'm interested in, what I see myself doing, and it also changes the perspective in terms of racial groups, social issues within the healthcare system outside of the United States. And I think oftentimes we think as social issues as something that's unique to the United States, when that's not the truth, because people from different groups, especially in India, when we went, people from different caste system, they were facing different kind of injustice and discrimination. So it was really nice of me to see what was going on outside of the United States and how people actually tackle those issues that maybe people in the United States are not even thinking of, or because of its capitalistic ideals, that's not something that they'll ever think about doing. And so I like it. I think I've said new perspective, but it was actually a new perspective for me. It changes a lot. And the next question is, how did I afford going to India, Netherlands, and Germany? So India, I went 75% of my cost was paid for by the honors center at my school. If you're an honors student, you can request funding if you're doing study abroad. And so I request that funding. They give me 75% of the cost, and the other 25% was paid by outside of scholarships that I had coming in for as a freshman at my school. So I didn't really pay out of pocket. So that was quite nice. I didn't really have to go in debt or take out loans to go study abroad. And so that was really a good part of it. And the interesting thing about the program in India was that we got the place to stay, we paid the program, and paying the program also included meals. So we got food maybe 3 times a day, if not 2 times a day, if not 3 times a day. And so we weren't hungry. It was nice environment. I liked it. It was like a remote area, and so the city was kind of not close by, but I liked it. The environment, waking up to birds chirping, and it was nice. It was I don't know. It was nice life, and I enjoyed that. But for the Netherlands, I was able to afford it because I applied for a scholarship within the study abroad department, and I got that scholarship. So I paid my flights with it, and at the time the flight was really cheap, and I had some money left. I applied for a study abroad scholarship through my student government office in my school, and so I really ended up not paying anything for Netherlands. Both of the scholarships paid the flights, the program, and when it comes to me eating, I was coming from another program before I was going to Netherlands, and so I saved the stipends from that program to travel to Germany, and also for me to have enough funds to eat while I was traveling. And so this is how I paid it. So my advice would be to look for scholarships opportunities within your school, whether that is the student government, whether that is the study abroad office itself. And I know outside scholarships too, the Gilman Scholarships, and if you're within the CUNY system, they also have scholarships for studying abroad within the CUNY system. And so yeah, take advantage, ask people. FastWeb is another way you can apply for a bunch of scholarships together, so you wouldn't really have to think about the cost. And yeah, this is what I did, and I enjoyed it. I love traveling to different places. In India, I'll insert a picture here of a picture of me in India, and a picture here of me in Netherlands when I was going there, and also a picture here too when I went to Germany by myself, so you can see the different places. And yeah, I like it. If you can study abroad, especially if you're staying at home, For college, I think it's really important to get out of your bubble sometimes and learn about new people, learn about new culture, and surround yourself with new experiences. And I think that's what makes people well-rounded individuals. And also, because you're learning from other people, from other culture, it makes you culturally sensitive to other groups of people, to other racial groups aside from your own. And so you get to see people in their own habitat, see people in their own environment. And so because of that, you're probably less likely to judge people from a different ethnic background than yours. So I would really say go ahead and study abroad. Go ahead and learn about new people. Venture out. Black people travel too. Black women travel also. And yeah, the world is your oyster. Spread your wings, brighten your horizon. But yes, study abroad. And that's about it. That's what I wanted to say about why I decided to study abroad, what I learned, and how it changed me, and how I was able to afford going to different continent 2 different times and venture out. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. I was probably rambling, and so I speak like that, maybe fast, or I ramble sometimes, because English is like my third language and my accent is another aspect of it, but that's besides the point. I hope you learned something from that video, and comment down below what you'd like me to talk about next. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Get that coin, secure that bag, and study abroad. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm really excited. It's 11:50 and I'm so hyped up. I don't understand why, but yeah.